Yeah. We all the way live. We are live. We are live. Yeah, we are. It is Wednesday. It is what a week it was Wednesday. I'm crunk. I'm thinking about doing something different tonight. I am. Y'all just have to give me a sec. Let me see something here. But I've been low key thinking about changing stuff up for the longest time. Just hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this in yonder. I'm gonna do it like this in yonder. I'm gonna do it like this in yonder. Y'all hold on. We're gonna go for a walk. It's the space great coaster. Get on board. It's the great space coaster. Get on board. Yeah, we gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different. I don't want to be in the office. I don't want to be in the office. I don't want to be in the office. I don't want to do that. Don't do that. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go outside here. It's a beautiful day. It ain't raining. We thought it was gonna be raining. It's not raining. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it outside. Yeah, we're gonna take the live outside. Gonna take the live outside. Y'all rock with me. I'm rock with y'all. I know. No notice. I no notice. How you doing now? No notice. I know. We just pull up. But y'all know it's 6:30 every Wednesday. Stop doing that. It's 6:30. It's Wednesday. It's what a week it was Wednesday with the Rock with Me Nation. DOB. I think we got a great show today. We outside. We changing it up. Woo. Yes, sir. Where we going? We're going to the pool. Going up right here yonder. Yeah. We going on inside. Yeah. Yeah, you got to change stuff up sometimes. You always do stuff the same way. So, where we at? Where we gonna do this thing at? All right, we got a table right here. Y'all stay with me. Rock with me, nation. We got a table right. This thing up right here. Yeah. We don't want the sun. We don't mind the sun being in our face, but we can't have it necessarily in the camera. Right. There we go, right there. Yeah. We outside. Yeah, do something different. It is what a week it was Wednesday with Theo B and the Rock With Me Nation. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to check and see, make sure we live. I see one person though now. We got one person that make me feel special. That ain't enough to have fun, but that is one. We need two to make it do what it's going to do. All right, let me see what we got going on here. All right. So yeah, we need two to make it do what it's going to do. That said, we're in for a great time this evening. I want to say entertaining time. Right. It's the Rock With Me Nation. It is the Rock With Me Nation. It's what a week it was Wednesday. We outside. Yeah. We outside. We all the way live. We got two. That's a crew. And like Jamie Foxx said, you know what? I'm gonna make you do what it's gonna do, baby. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead, go over tonight's topics. We in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Right. I'm gonna do my best to inject some levity in this. I may or may not be successful. That's what that is. So shout out to Kimoyo. He been kicking the bobo with me over there on TikTok. Kick the bobo over there with Facebook and everything like that right there. So yeah, we right here. Let's go ahead and jump off into tonight's topics, what we got going on. Kountry Wayne. I know some of us, I know, y'all know I watch Kountry Wayne a little bit, right? But for those that do watch Kountry Wayne, that particular segment right there, can we, what Tevin Campbell say? Can we talk for a minute? Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Kountry Wayne, specifically Mike and Sonny. You a Mike and Sonny fan? I'm a Mike and Sonny fan. Comics, the big two, being done in by their own success. Yeah. Lepers are eating their faces. Yeah. We're gonna get into it. Y'all make sure y'all pull on up. What else we got going on? New York honors Jack Kirby. Come on, somebody. Jack Kirby. New York then named the street after that dude. About time. We're gonna get into it. Tourists avoiding America. When this happened? We didn't went above and beyond to alienate people from other countries, ain't there? They never saw that one coming. Anyway, what else we got going on? Daredevil, Born Again. The Neilsen ratings didn't like it. And I done heard people. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. The Rock with Me Nation. The evolution continues. We outside. Dinosaur Girl and Shuri. You know, I've noticed something in regards to the fans of them two characters. I don't know if anybody else picked it up. So we Dinosaur Girl not being on Marvel's Rivals, right, playable character, and Shuri being on Token. Anyway, some I noticed. I don't know if y'all noticed. We're gonna definitely talk about it. Hands or Pews. Why Generation X, and I think I can speak on behalf of baby boomers, why we don't really interact with folks younger than us. I know. Folks, y'all know how that. Also, gerrymandering, college football, and the SEC. Yep. I feel like I can talk about that. I do. Ryan Clark made a statement. I don't, it's crazy. Folks wanna, never mind. We'll get into it when we talk about it. Snap restrictions take effect. Possible responses by soda companies. You know what? I know where I live at, and it's actually, I want to say it's a Coca-Cola. It's a soda distribution in the city I live in. And I'm saying to myself, you would like to think that the governor of the state of Florida, which has a soda distribution company in the capital, would have thought twice about this one. But clearly, he didn't. I'm going to tell y'all where he snapped at. So let's go ahead and greet everybody, because I was raised with some sense, some manners, and everything like that. We got Steezle, Rock With Me Nation, moderator in the building. Yes, sir. We outside. We outside. I feel good being outside. You get to walk around and everything like that. I just got to make sure I stay in the camera frame, but I get to do my whole display, because don't nobody really get I'm a physical person. I'm an active person. We don't really get to see that, me sitting down. So we got this. I'm going to stand up for the majority of this show, right? We outside. I'm going to move the chair out the way and everything like that, so I don't feel compelled to sit down. But yeah, y'all pulled up. We outside. Kimoyo is in here. Yeah, we in here. Let me see who else in here. Do I got my reading glasses on? Steezle, Kimoyo King. I'm pretty sure it's a safe space. It's a safe space, so you don't have to say nothing. Hit that like button up. you ain't got to leave a comment. Hit that like button. We do this full time. Hit that like button. That said, let's go ahead and get this show started all off and everything like that. Like I said, we in here for a good time, an entertaining time, not to be confused with a long time. You watch Country Wayne? He had a few specials on and everything like that. I ain't watched either one of them. That's not what this is about. I do watch his skits though, and can we really call them his skits? Or is somebody else's skits? Anyway, I watch the skits. I do. My wife is not the biggest fan because it's a lot of drama going on. At one time, I wanted to move to Atlanta with me and my family, but watching all the skits, and I mean, when I say all the skits, I mean all the skits, including those with Candace and her husband, and they married for real. Chase, I know I'm not moving to Atlanta. Folks don't know how to be faithful in Atlanta. Whether it's the husband or whether it's the wife, it's an unfaithful gene going around Atlanta. I don't want no parts of that. I don't. And I don't want no drama in my household and everything. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. Yeah, I want to move to Atlanta thinking if I move there, we could branch, connect with some. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That said, though, that ain't what this is about either. This is about, can y'all leave Sonny and Mike together? That's what we want. Y'all don't read the room. Mike bless. It's you and Sonny. We don't want to see you be with nobody else. We don't want to see Sonny be with nobody else. We're not here for the drama. Listen, we got shows, historical shows on ABC, NBC, and CBS where we've been in happy, fulfilling, loving relationships that are funny. Yeah. We got Gina and Martin together for how long? Yeah, it was funny. Mike, you funny. Sonny, funny. Yeah, the dude who channel y'all on is supposed to be a comedian. We don't care for Dominique. We don't want to see you get back with Dominique. We don't want to see you have a slip up with Dominique. We don't care for Lisa, nice lady. We don't want to see you slip up with Lisa. We sorry you got with Lisa. We truly are. Sonny, nobody gives two doggone about the dude that really just be talking just to be talking. J-Mo, we don't care nothing about no J-Mo. We like J-Mo. We don't like J-Mo for you. And we don't need the drama. We are perfectly fine. We wish you and Mike would have went ahead and had them twins and everything like that. We perfectly fine with you and tell Elena to shut up. We perfectly fine. Or she can keep playing the role of the jokester, right? She keep playing that. But we want y'all to be together. Y'all come up with quite a few skits that's gonna be funny with y'all being together that don't involve y'all cheating with each other, cheating on each other, or however you want to look at it. Relationships outside of y'all. And if you need help, call me. When you need someone to talk to, call me. Satisfaction guarantee. Yeah, you call me. I keep a pen and paper handy. Anyway, moving right along, because that ain't, not gonna belabor the point. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but it was sunny outside when I came out here. Y'all can tell the sun that went in. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me make sure I greet everybody else. Let me see. I don't see smoke yet though. No, so here we go. Moving right along to the next topic. Like I said, we in here for a good time, not be confused in a long time. Comics. Today was comic book day in the USA. Was. Could you tell? No. And Absolute Batman looked nice. Absolute Batman number 20 looked nice. Yeah, I'm reading it and everything like that. But ooh. Could you tell today was comic book day? Or is Wednesday starting to seem like just another day? About 2 years ago, wasn't it? When about 2 years ago, when every Wednesday was almost like Christmas, wasn't it? If it wasn't Christmas, it was your birthday. You just knew you had something coming in. Ain't like that no more. Wednesday just not just like another day. Just like another day. That said, we are able to peruse concrete comics. Shout out to Lonzo, right? Dark City Comics. Shout out to Lonnie, right? They do. Image Comics, shout out to David Pepos. You know what I'm saying? Space! Go! Yeah. Shout out my brother D Real. We getting that. Yeah. Shout out to Jack Kirby. New York just named the street after Black Panther creator and everything like that. Yeah. It's amazing where you go to get your content and everything like that. We reviewing old stuff from other comic book companies. Yeah, we ain't missing nothing at all. Right, we ain't asking for nothing. We ain't begging for nothing. And you don't want to give us a story with Black Panther? Fine, we got that. Don't worry about it. You don't want to give us a story with Blue Marble? Don't worry about it. You ain't got to. We're not gonna keep doing that. No, we ain't gonna keep doing that. You don't want to give us any story with Wakanda? Who? Monica Rambeau. Say less. Don't worry. What we're not gonna do is keep spending money with you though. What we not fixed to do is keep spending money. What's going on? Sent laughing disco for 250. Yeah, we in here. Salute to the tribe. What's going on? I tell them. Yeah, so we in here and everything like that. So the big two. How they looking at you? No, for real. What did you buy today? Safe space. You can be partaking of the big two. It is a safe space. There's nobody's gonna say you're doing anything irresponsible with your money. You're not. It's just I've noticed. I don't know if you noticed, but I've noticed that comic book reviewers are finding stuff, unless you got your own little niche, Black Panther, are finding it hard to find titles to keep reviewing because the writing sucks. The writing does suck. So like I said, today was comic book day. It was. A mother mine said that most of us are either getting our comic books Okay, well, no, I'm of the mindset. Most of us are getting our comic book. They're not coming from the comic book store. We're probably having to go direct to the comic book person themselves and get that in, right? Because we're dealing more so with independent. Right? Did you think there would ever be a time in your comic book career as a collector that you would be spending more money on independent comics than the big two? Was that ever a thing? Did you ever think it would get to that? I ain't think so. I ain't think so. But here we are. Here we are. Folks are spending more money. Talking to independent writers. Shout out to the brothers and sisters that are over there on TikTok, and you letting folks know that you got your content out and everything like that. We just need to do what we've been doing for everybody else and make sure more folks know y'all exist, so we can ease the access to the stories, so we can make sure everybody got a story. But yeah, I just checking to see if y'all knew that. I'm gonna make sure I greet folks because I see not tell them they pulled up in the building. Diabolical Nerd, my brother from another. Diabolical Nerd is in the building. Let me see. Hey, what up, big bro? And the rest of the Rock With Me Nation. Happy MCU cancel Blade. Prompting non-represent. You know what? I like when you say that because everybody and their mama is waiting for Blade to come out. Blade at the house. Yeah, I don't. When folks tell me we ain't got Blade, I'm like, you ain't got Blade. What's this we stuff? I got Blade. No. I got a story with Blade that just came out 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. Like, I know you ain't got Blade necessarily in his own title, and I know the MCU then cancel Blade. But what we say at the Rock With Me Nation, we got Blade at the house. You know, I don't know what to tell you, but the last story that I got from Blade, Blade was kicking the bobo with T'Challa, Aurora, Miles Morales, and Hunter's Moon. That's the last Blade story I got. Now I don't know what Blade story you got, but that's the last Blade story I got. And Blade is also part of a superhero team. Now I don't know what I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know what you got going on with Blade where you at. But over here with the Rock With Me Nation, no. We just got a story with Blade. We just got a story with Black Panther. Got a story with Aurora. Got a story with Miles Morales. Got a story with Blue Marvel. See, you ain't seen Blue Marvel in a minute. You ain't seen Blue Marvel. You ain't seen Adam Brashear in a minute. We know Adam Brashear is getting ready to pop up in a superhero comic book. We know that. Well, superhero story. I'm gonna say that story. It's fan fiction, but it's mine. I ain't got to wait on Marvel to do what with Adam Brashear. I don't need that. How you doing, man? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I'm not waiting on the MCU, Marvel Comics to do nothing for me in regards to the superhero. Once you got the knowledge, and then you got the actual physical representation in your house, what you waiting for? Yeah, I'm not doing that. And then, wait a minute. Don't let it be where you know more and care more about those characters than anybody that's writing them. I'm not waiting on that. But let me see. We got Kimoyo King said Blade was with those that rock with him. Yeah, Blade with those that rock with. We rock with Blade. We got Blade in the house. Watch this. We ain't even fighting over it. We got Blade in the house, and we got his daughter, Bloodline, in the house. See how we do that? Yeah, everybody over there fighting on Bloodline, Blade, Blood. I'm not picking and choosing. I got both. So yeah, now Bloodline did not show up in the story. Blade did, but we do have Bloodline. So those that are fans of Bloodline, yes, Blade daughter is part of it. Yes. Moving right along, though, because we ain't gonna belabor the point. Like I said, we got it at the house. We're not waiting on nobody. We're not gonna do that. Let me keep up with these notes and everything. Glad everybody is pulling up. Everybody's pulling up and greeting one another. That's what that is and everything like that. We're gonna keep the party rolling. I appreciate not telling them sending that gift. What is next up? Because we just said New York. I don't want to do this part right here because we say stuff. We say stuff, and I'll be wondering, do we really know what we saying when we say it? So New York is honored Jack Kirby, right? Named the street after him. You can Google that. Jack Kirby created Black Panther. Him and Stan Lee. We know why. The character predates the Black Panther part, right? Cool. 1966, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Trying to make sure I say this right because I don't. It's something to be said when somebody that's not black cares more about your blackness than you do. I said, it's something to be said that when somebody that's not black cares more about your blackness than you do. As I said on a live today, and you know, sometimes you can say stuff without really thinking about what you said, and it be an accurate statement. If it's just a mantle and T'Challa is just a Black Panther, then why is he always the Black Panther they select? When it came to Marvel Ultimate Alliance back in the day for the PlayStation 3, they could have chose any Black Panther. They chose T'Challa. When it came to that Fantastic Four cartoon, they could have chose any Black Panther. They chose T'Challa. When it came to the Armored Adventures of Iron Man, they chose T'Challa. When it came to Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, you saw T'Chaka, they chose T'Challa. They know where the money at. What I'm questioning is, if you know that, you should, unless you practice in cognitive dissonance, and more than enough of us are, which is crazy because you want to practice cognitive dissonance in regards to the significance of your representation, your imagery, but then want to complain about not having the respect that you feel like you deserve as a people. Stop. Full stop. Because you don't see the value in you the same way two white dudes did in 1966. That's crazy. It's my wife tuning in, giving one say, yes, babe. Yes, babe. Yes.
You want onion rings or french fries?
Surprise me.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna eat either or. Y'all get y'all mind out the gutter. Stop that. Y'all get y'all mind out the gutter. Yeah, we talking about food. Stop that.
Oh Lord, you on live?
Yeah, I'm out here by the pool doing the live.
Okay, well I'm still cooking.
All right, love you.
That's what I was calling for.
Okay, love you. All right. Yeah. I always have time for my family, whether we're doing live or not, because you never know what be going on. Let me keep up with these notes though, because I don't want to be rude. I see y'all going ham in here. Let me see. D. Steezle said, for the first time ever, I became disillusioned with the big two. This started roughly 10 years ago. It'll make you open up your eyes. Let me see here. Now tell him says Jack Kirby just received a street sign as well. That's why we talking about. That's why we mentioned him. Diabolical says my family and I are going to Panama City on Labor Day for vacation. We got to meet up, grab some grub while I'm in town. While I'm down. I'm here. Let's see here. Recast this fake fan base. You say recast the fan base. I ain't never heard of that. Recast the fan base, but that makes sense. Let me see. Onion rings for the win. That's why I said surprise. That's why I said surprise. Like, I don't like telling nobody what to do when they create. And my wife is in the kitchen creating. Now I'm whatever she come up with. That's what I'm going with. Let's see here. Diabolical says, seem like the same reason there are many British Secret Service agents, but James Bond 007 is the main one we know. Yeah, listen. And Kimoyo said, I rebuke fake fans. Let me tell you something. We will never get, and I'm not saying this because I'm mad. I like it. But we will never worry about getting what Spider-Man fans got. The meme, you got three. You got 3 Spider-Mans pointing at each other from various realities. We ain't gonna ever get that. We ain't gonna ever get that. I'm gonna say something, and I know it's gonna be controversial when I say it. The way those fans act, they act as though Chadwick Boseman, as much as I love it as an actor, they act as though Chadwick Boseman portrayed T'Challa in every alternate reality, animated ones, to the point, comic book ones, to the point where nobody can play that character. Like, and then here's the part where they can't even be taken seriously anymore. Remember when they said nobody could replace Chadwick Boseman, but all of a sudden you got folks they either doing the Damson Idris 2-step, or they're doing, what's my dog that played Hawkman, Aldous Hodge 2-step. I'm sorry, Aldous Hodge and Damson Idris were right there when Chadwick Boseman passed away. But wait a minute. Because how we doing this? Because we didn't got split up as black folks to where, are we FBA? Are we black? Are we African? Are we Haitian? Because I'm just asking, because ain't Drewski sitting over there right now talking about, because we heard this, right? Mind you, I don't hear this with any other race. Black actors are losing black American roles to black British actors. Okay, well, who finna play T'Challa? No. Let's dissect this question for a second. He not American. Who play him? And if we keeping that same energy, okay. Well, Chadwick Boseman was born in South Carolina. He was not born in Africa. So when we do these characters like this, who played T'Challa? If we keeping this thing above, that character's not American. Keep that same energy. If you feeling like only Black Americans, African Americans should take on the role of Black American characters, T'Challa ain't one of them. He's not one of them. So what you doing? M'Baku. It ain't nobody that we seen in them roles outside of maybe Lupita Nyong'o and Daniel Kaluuya. Right. Everybody else American. And I believe in keeping that same energy. I believe in keeping that same. So what we doing? The doors to the church are open. the doors to the church are open. What we doing? Because this ain't no, I don't pick and choose between you black. Whether you black with a Haitian accent, black with a Jamaican accent, black with a French accent, black with a you black. You black. Because like I said, if we all in the car, if we all in the car, and the dude get behind us and pull us over, he not finna pick and choose where we from. We all finna get it. Let me keep going. Put my reading glasses back on. Let me see here. Keep this going. Let me see. Kimoyo said he rebuked fake fans. Steezle said, yeah, start over from scratch. Steezle say start over from scratch in regards to the Black Panther fans. Like, he want Black Panther fans recast. Ooh, that it's gonna be a lot of y'all not gonna make that list. Diabolical sent the GOAT trophy for 1,000. Appreciate that, Diabolical. They act like Chad was at Marvel HQ with Stan and Jack working on Fat Boy. Look here. Mind you, they don't say nothing about Chad in any other movie. And shout out to that young lady that I saw at the Amtrak train station in Jacksonville. Her favorite Chadwick Boseman movie was 42. When you ask folks, considering he didn't have that much screen time in his own movie, when you ask folks what other movie do they like Chadwick Boseman in, those folks that want to keep that role, you notice they never mention any other movie he was in. That young lady, we're sitting at the terminal, and she says to me, she had a hard time watching Ma Mabry's Black Bottom Cabin. She had a hard time watching it. She had a hard time. She said, you could tell Chadwick was angry. Now, I didn't watch the movie, so I'm going off of her. She said he went off with, and we know Chadwick Boseman to be a deeply religious brother. We know that, having studied him and everything like that. Those of y'all that watched the movie, I don't know, because I can't bring myself to watch it. She said he went off on God. She said he sounded convincing that he was angry, and I could get that. I can get that when you listen to him, you study the words and everything like that. He had a lot to offer. He had a lot to offer. And whenever you feel like you have a lot to offer, and you're at a point in your life where you're just getting ready to start being able to distribute that knowledge and everything like that, you don't want it to get cut short. You don't want it to get cut short. And too often we don't realize until it's too late, for whatever reason. And so if he was channeling that anger, that frustration of what he was going through into that role, makes sense. It makes sense. Keeping the party rolling, moving right along. Because like I said, we in here for a good time. The heat then came back out. Shout out to the sun. Shout out to God. Appreciate you. Good looking. Tourists aboard in America. Now I'm gonna throw more than one topic up in that and everything like that, because it's all around about the same thing. But tourists are not checking for America. When this happened? I know when it happened. We supposed to be that place though. Like, it ain't just France and the Eiffel Tower. No, you supposed to come over here and pull up, enjoy you a good time. Folk don't want to come over here like that no more. Now I'm gonna say this, because I know folks have a tendency to look at stuff one way. Everybody that look like you don't feel the same way you do. So while you could be feeling like it's a good thing, what's going on in the country, and you could feel that way. Everybody don't feel the way you do. Amen, amen. Now, when it comes to tourism, some of them folks that look like you don't like what's going on in the country. They're not pressed to come, which is crazy, because ain't this a World Cup? World Cup. That said, moving right along, SNAP benefits. Now, this is not me justifying snaps. This is not me disparaging snaps. No, this ain't what this section of the video is about. No. This is about an observation in regards to SNAP benefits. Now, one of the adjustments they made to snaps was what you could and could not get with SNAP benefits. One of those things, soda. Now, I don't necessarily have a dog in that fight, because my daughter is not a fan of me drinking soda anyway. See how that go? Right. That said, I don't think, if you live in a red state, for whatever reason, you're a Republican. For whatever reason. And for whatever reason, you feel like this was the right move. For whatever reason. Well, let me just tell you what I've observed. Okay, so in the cities, states, whatever, that have not implemented those SNAP changes, soda consumption is down 7%. Soda consumption. All right. In the states affected by those benefits, soda consumption is down 15%. What many of the higher ups believe people are going to do, which I don't know why, tells me you've always had a lot of money, because you don't understand how people operate. They believe folks are going to dig in their pockets to split the difference. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not finna do that. Folks will consume soda when they go to the convenience store to get a soda specifically. as in a Polar Pop. Folks will spend money on that soda when they go get their Happy Meal. That's what that'll be. They'll get that soda when they go to any restaurant. Yes, they will. In their house, you finna see a significant amount of household because sugar is still viable. Water is free. And them Kool-Aid packets are a whole hell of a lot cheaper than the soda. Plus, y'all consider juice, which is sweet. Y'all got juice as something that people can purchase. That's what they finna start doing. My thing is this, because you're not thinking about this. I know where I live at. It's a soda distribution company in the same city I live in. It is. Now, you know how they like to talk about trickle down economics? Fine, cool, let's play. So the states as it stands right now that have been affected by the SNAP benefits like that, they're down to 15%. Like they've already decreased how much they're spending on sodas. Okay, how long before that start affecting the employment industry in regards to the soda company? Because if we aren't selling sodas like that, I don't need that many truck drivers. I don't. And if you happen to be in a red state and you like it, I love it. But why would I keep my company, my building in a state that basically said they don't give two damns about me? I would shut down that whole plant. We ain't learned nothing yet. You in a red state. The red states are the most impoverished states, especially in the South. Can you really take that hit where Coca-Cola and Pepsi pull up and peace out? How many people we talking about being unemployed as truck drivers? How many people we talking about being unemployed that actually work at the building? Think about that for a second. And you know what? Not all of those people are black. Not all those people are Democrats. No, some of those people aren't black. Some of those people are Republicans. Okay. Them benefits over there, from what I heard, are nice. If you got one of them jobs, it's good. Okay. I couldn't be the CEO of Coca-Cola. I couldn't be the CEO of Pepsi because when you threw that out there, you were already telling me you didn't give two damns about affecting my bottom line. You're affecting my bottom line. Now, if I'm a CEO, I know what it is when it comes to making money. I'm not subject to care about people as much as I care about the bottom line. So you governor the suck ass or any other governor in a southern state and you ain't doing a damn thing to uplift the people in your southern states, guess what you did? You just contributed to the unemployment market. You just contributed to your state being even broker, and you don't care. The sad part about it is way too many people that are falling in line behind their bigotries and their prejudices. They can't critically process information to the point where they don't see they hurt themselves. Damn shame. Speaking of hurting your damn self, Ryan Clark. Stay right there. Gerrymandering. If I'm only 13% of America, then regardless of what state I'm in, you should have the numbers. Let me say that one more time. If I only make up 13% of the population, regardless of what state I'm in, you should make up the majority. The historical fact that you got to keep changing the map because you don't know how to take an L. It's okay for everybody else to lose, and that's warranted. But if you take an L, somebody cheated. Sound like the damn dude that's in office right now. Anybody else can lose. Oh, he don't lose. Coward, liar. The southern states are the brokest state. Sad part about it, if you've been living in those broke states, You've been living in those broke states, embracing your hatred, your bigotry, and your prejudices over your own success financially. And you let somebody that look like you speak to those same fears while you and your family struggle. The fact of the matter that we have I'm going to say it. The fact that we have a convicted felon in the White House who was allowed to vote for himself in the state of Florida, when you got convicted felons in the state of Florida who can't vote. They're your fans, your friends, your family members, your cousins. They went to jail. They cannot do what that dude did, and yet and still you allowed it. You're your own worst enemy. You're your own worst enemy. You sat up there and let folks lie when I know quite a few of y'all work for Medicaid, because I used to work for Medicaid. Sat up there and let that lie sit that anybody could apply for Medicaid. Illegal alien, and you knew better. Quite a few of you knew better. That's why I said there's nothing you can say to me. You sat there with that lie. You know better. You work for Medicaid every damn day, just like I did. And you sat up there and you let folks lie just because you're a coward. You're a bigot. You got an issue with how somebody identifies. But you ain't got an issue with you. You're the progenitor of your own downfall. Brian Clark said something. Thank you for finally coming to the show. What bothers me is that too many of us act like what he said didn't make sense. Let me help you out. Real quick. If you know the first HBCU was built during slavery, why are our HBCUs not more successful than what they are today? Please don't say anything about the American government. Don't. Not when I know the count of black millionaires in America, and I know the count of black billionaires in America, and black millionaires in America. Billionaires and millionaires. Please do not put it on the American government. Folks had so much to say about what Deion Sanders did. The brother that was a coach at Colorado State, who later got fired, who wanted to make it about what shades Deion Sanders was wearing. How about we big up Deion Sanders for getting the black community by and large to support Jackson State University while he was there? You seen them kids take the field like everybody else's child did. What's to stop folks like Sean Diddy Combs? Oh, I know what that is. But what's to stop Sean Diddy Combs from reinvesting or investing into the infrastructure of the athletic program of any HBCU? You sat up there and had Dr. Dre do something for USC. Did USC need something for Dr. Dre? Or would it have been the HBCU out there by that school? Dr. Dre ain't checked for us not one damn time. He took his money, he took his name to USC. Really? See, before I say what we can't do, I got to see us do it first. Before I say what we can't do, I got to see us see it all the way through. We didn't destroy Black Wall Street. And Black Wall Street was successful. We didn't have the civil rights when we did it. But we did it. What happened to it? It didn't fail because of us. The HBCUs? Oh, no, that's a different question. That's a different topic. All these black celebrities out here that we gonna run and spend our money to, go pay $500 here. Okay, that's a donation to an HBCU. How about thinking about the next time Beyonce want to come in town and everything and charge you them outrageous fees for that? Because Beyonce good. Jay-Z good. But and Blue Ivy is good. Are they checking for us? Are they checking for us? I like Beyonce. I like R. Kelly. I be John Brown. When you know better, you do better. You don't invest in them when you see in recent times, Nick Cannon, I don't want to keep mentioning names. When you see in recent times, when they get big enough, they don't give two damns about you. Well, we could have been taking care of our kids. We could have been spending that money on what our forefathers established for us before we were born. That's what we could have been doing. No different than we talk about today in spending money on independent writers, black creators. We could be doing the same thing in regards to our HBCU. Why do we come back and spend money on Florida State? Does Florida State need it? Does Miami need it? Because Miami, private school, the Canes is seen as a de facto black school. What about Bethune-Cookman? Yeah, I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. It's hard to say what we can't do when I've seen us be successful doing it, and when I've seen folks destroy us because they've seen us doing it. It's hard for me to believe what we can and cannot achieve when, truth be told, we are the resource. Anytime you leave your land, get in a boat, go get a group of folks whom you've never met to come back to till to your land, they're valuable. They're valuable. And you can't tell me what we can't do, because I'm sorry. Is there not a story of us on a slave ship overcoming said slave ship? Now, I ain't trying to be funny, but damn, that was different. We can do that, but we can't take care of our HBCUs. We could do that. Let me see if I got this right. We could do that, but it's too hard, too difficult to do what Ryan Clark suggested, that I said years ago, that if they're not going to do right by you, don't attend their schools. What's hard about that? You're the resource. You're the money. You're not thinking this thing through. You're not thinking about how much money you generate from that program the day your child says they're attending the school. That means you're not following college sports like that to see how that money moves, to understand how that money would impact our institution of higher learning if that's what we did. You don't understand that process. If you don't know how valuable you are as a black person when it comes to moving stuff in America, I don't know what to tell you. Ain't nobody going there. The best way I can say it is like this. The only reason why you trying to keep somebody down is because their natural state is to rise. Let me say that one more time so you understand that. The only reason anybody would try and keep anybody down is because if left alone, their natural state is to rise. Ain't nobody trying to keep nobody down that ain't going nowhere. That's a waste of energy. You don't try and keep you know, when we say, hey, I got to prop them up, I got to support somebody, that's the person you support. The person who's down, who ain't going nowhere, you got to lift them up. But the person who's already lifted up that don't need you for that, oh no, you either gonna do one or two things. You either gonna watch them rise or you're gonna have to suppress them. Okay, we'll stay right there. You took them history classes like I did. I want to say, regardless of the grade that I got, I was probably paying way more attention than you did. Because history is littered with us doing the most with little to nothing. You worried about whether or not segregation equals equality. You concerned about the equality of it as whether or not we got what we got. If we just got ourselves, we got what they got. If we are just left alone to tend to ourselves, we got what they got. I'm not looking at what Steve got, judging my success. I'm looking at what I got, what I'm building, what I'm capable of making my own, and I'm letting that be the barometer for my success. Whether or not I've been successful, I don't care what Steve and Tim got going on over here, because I understand how Tim and Steve got it. How we getting it, that ain't them. And they needed me to help them get it. I ain't never needed Tim and Steve for nothing, and that's history. If I need anything from Tim and Steve, it's to get out my way. I don't need you to do nothing except get out my way. Historically speaking, that's been what that is. Like I said, I don't know. I can't tell you I was an A+ student in history. What I can tell you is I was there. But I'm looking at quite a few of us that got better grades than I did. And you saw them stories, you read them stories, and for whatever reason, you're believing you can't do it on your own. Don't tell me how difficult it's going to be. I don't care. Being difficult don't mean impossible. So it's going to take a while. Saying it's going to take a while does not mean it's never going to happen. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So when it comes to us as a people, you don't get respect till you earn it. And sometimes you got to take it. They know how valuable our children are, which is why they come sit in our living room. They know that. Well, that should tell you how valuable your child is. Take that child and flip it. No, you don't get to have the top recruiting class anymore, especially if you Ole Miss. Any child at Ole Miss that looks like me should have been gone. But you don't get to talk about how great your school is when I'm the one contributing to. See, you don't get to pull the Lane Kiffin thing on me and my children because my child won't be there. Ryan Clark wasn't wrong. The fact that you feel like it's possible, well, it is such a thing as a propaganda war. You've been a part of the propaganda for quite some time now. You didn't take the class. You don't know what it's like to be in the midst of a propaganda war. Where you in it? And the fact that you're doubting what you're capable of doing as a people says it's working. That's exactly what it says. It's working. It's working. It's working. Moving right along. Keep my appreciate. I don't want to get in that too much. I could. Let me say I prefer Destiny. Y'all talking about Beyonce. Hey, beloved. Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor in the building. Let me get on these notes. Let me see here. I'm like this, real historical figures. Better to cast someone from that soil, fictional characters, cast whomever is available. Just no race swap. D. Steezle on that. I appreciate that. D. Steezle, good looking. Percy Bedford is in the building. What's going on, Big Percy? Message from the King is my favorite one. Of course, Black Panther. I haven't been able to watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom either. I just can't watch. All I've heard was good. How good it was. Listen, Percy, you're not by yourself. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I think I may have. I think I tried to, and I like, all right. Listen, I don't know if I ever be able to watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I don't know if I ever be able to watch that. Like, I don't know if I ever be able to watch that. You're not by yourself, Peter. I can watch 42. I can watch Marshall. I can watch Gods of Egypt. I can watch Draft Day. I can watch 21 Bridges. I can watch Five Bloods. I can watch Message from the King. I can't watch Ma Rainey. I can't do that. You got a brother right there. I'm right there with you, big dog. I can't do that. Well, lovely Grandma Tarot, my spiritual advisors in the building. Some of us are comfortable in. Hey, my brother D Real is in the building. We outside, literally. Yes, big bro. And once again, it's your fault. Big bro be doing videos in the car and everything like that. But I remember I used to do videos in the car. I remember that. And I think it was Juju said, shout out to my fellow devil dog, Juju, said, hey man, take it outside sometimes. So we figured we take it outside and we like standing up and everything like that. We animated with it. So yeah, we are outside, big bro. Thank you so much for pulling up. Yeah, my brother is in the he driving. He driving. Let me see. Grand Madam Tarot says, you would enjoy seeing Chadwick carry on in that movie. He was a mess. I heard, and I believe you, Grand Madam. I don't want to say I'm never going to watch it. I'm just gonna say I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. Moving right along, because I think we covered a lot of topics in that one thing. Dinosaur Girl and Shuri. This is funny. Shout out to Kimoyo King for this one. This funny. Have you noticed a certain consistency with those that are discussing Dinosaur Girl and her role in Rivals and Shuri's role in Token? Have you noticed something? It's funny when you think about it. More than enough of the same people that's mad about Devil Dinosaur Girl not being playable as a character in Rivals are the same folks upset about T'Challa not being the first Black Panther in Token. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at people like, so you see where you agreeing with them at over here? You see how you understand what they saying over here, but you gonna play dumb over here, huh? you gonna play dumb over here, huh? Because you got the same folks in the same chats, and they've been chatting about how disrespectful it was how they treated T'Challa in the video game. Now, them same folks been saying the same thing about Shuri. And of course, they get the same pushback that they get in regards to Black Panther, T'Challa being in a video game. But them same folks that are outraged about T'Challa not being the first Black Panther in the Token game are also upset that Devil Dinosaur Girl is not a playable character in Marvel Rivals. Is that even possible? Somebody practice cognitive dissonance somewhere. I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Somebody practice, because that it's kind of like this thing right here that I noticed. Did you notice when folks that was upset about Black Panther 2, about T'Challa being killed off? Did you notice those were the same folks loud and upset about Queen Mother Ramunda being deleted? Because she's still alive and well in the comic books. Did you notice the folks that said nothing about T'Challa being deleted also said nothing about Queen Mother Ramunda being deleted? The irony to that was that the actress, Angela Bassett, who did not want her character to be deleted, was convinced that her character needed to be deleted by the same writer that felt like T'Challa needed to be deleted. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, Rock With Me Nation, we got Queen Mother Ramunda at the house. We got the royal family at the house. We got Black Panther at the house. That's what that is. And I'm going to round the circle back to that in a second. Let me see. Now tell them, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, yep. My brother Dara says, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is a great movie, but it would tug at your heartstrings. See, I ain't trying to do that, Dara. I don't like all that. Why she don't know why she isn't just riding on Devil Dinosaur. Could have been. Could have been. Could have been. You know, when you want to make a way, you'll make a way. When you don't want to make a way, you'll offer up 1,000 excuses. Amen. Amen. Moving right along, what we got going on here? All right. Yeah. So let's talk it. Let's get on up out of here and everything like that. The Rock With Me Nation, the evolution continues. That is our last topic for tonight. We'll be getting on up out of here. The evolution does continue. Shout out to Kimoyo. Shout out to my brother Daryl, Grandma Tara, Mr. Smith. Everybody that's making it do what it does and everything like that. Kimoyo with the excellent work with the AI features and everything like that. Also, congratulations to Byron X for Byron 10 for what he has going on in the West Coast and everything like that. Shout out to him, congratulate him and everything like that. The evolution continues. And what I mean by that, we outside today. We're going to be leaning more into that Black Panther content. That's what that is. And we are the number one, myself, my brother Daryl, the entire Rock With Me Nation movement. We are the number one source for all Black Panther related content. And I'm not shying away from that. It ain't nobody else. It ain't nobody else. That knowledge, that care, that concern, it does not exist outside this group. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Based on everything we be putting out, Chat GPT says that's what that is. So it ain't this person, it ain't that person. We are the #1 stop shop for all things Black Panther related, and we're gonna walk it like we talk it. That's what that is. So we will be doing more things in regards to having things that you can vote for in regards to Black Panther, more merch. You see, I got my heart-shaped herb that my wife crocheted for me and everything like that. Yes, we'll be making that available for sale. Yes, we're gonna be doing other stuff and everything like that. My brother Daryl is doing wonderful stuff on his channel and everything. It is about Black Panther. It ain't about us going back and forth with nobody. We don't care to. At this particular point in time, we don't want to act like we know everything in regards to Black Panther, because that's certainly not the truth. But we're not entertaining no nonsense. Like, we're not entertaining. It ain't for us to go back and forth. We pull up, we check you. We know you're going to run. We know you're going to duck the fade. So we know that, but you still going to get checked. So every time somebody, you remember the Rock With Me Nation, it ain't for us to go back and forth. But anytime somebody say something ridiculous about any character from Black Panther, check them, send them the link, let it be known, me and Dara, if not anybody else, is available for the pull-up whenever they want it. Whenever they want that live, we got it. We can either pull up at their spot or they can pull up at our spot. But it's going to be one or two choices. You either going to get enlightened or you're going to get embarrassed. One or the other. But when you take into consideration propaganda, and you know what propaganda can do to a people, maybe that's part of my frustration. I know what propaganda can do to a people. Propaganda can keep you confused. Propaganda can get your eye off the main prize. We're not doing that. It's time out for that. When you take into consideration what our world is going through, when you take into consideration what our country is going through, I ain't got it for those of us that look like me to be second guessing ourselves. I ain't ever been allowed to second guess myself. Now that's what that is. Between football in high school, Uncle Sam as a Marine, playing flag football with cats half my age. Y'all ain't ever gave two damns about my shortcomings. Okay, well, that's me in regards to us as a people. I don't give two damns about our shortcomings. We still gonna get it done. Don't tell me that it's gonna be hard. I don't care. Don't tell me that it's gonna be difficult. I don't care. Don't tell me I might not even make it to see it with you. I don't care. What I care is getting it done. So I ain't got time. That's my wife. She's telling me that food is ready. Anyway, listen. We ain't always got to agree. We don't. Hell, it's not even a requirement that we like each other. It's not. What we do have to want is the betterment for our people. It ain't even for us necessarily to agree on how we get there. But what is significant is that we take steps to get there. You ain't taking those steps preaching fear. You're not. And I'm not the one to talk to about it. I'm sorry. Truth be told, stereotypically speaking, if I'm looking at them numbers correctly, I ain't even supposed to be here. But God. Right. Like, share, subscribe. This has been a blast. We're going to do this again. We are. I appreciate it, man. I love it. Y'all give me the energy. What a week it was. Wednesday, I seen 14 people pull up. Because y'all hit that like button. Because you hit the like button before you pull on up. You're 14 people. You hit that like button. This is how we pay bills and everything. You ain't got to say nothing. You don't. You could, but you ain't got to. But at the very least, you get that like button. Tell folks about the channel. You ain't got to share the channel. And what I mean, like, you ain't got to necessarily share it, like hit the link. But if you could just go tell folks, if you could just go tell folks, so we can go ahead and get to 2,000 before 2027 get here, that'd be nice. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, remember the late great Don Cornelius, Chadwick Boseman? We coming in with some more fun time and everything like that. Though we are, as the West Coast All Stars once said, we all in the same game. As Queen Latifah once rapped back in the day, UNITY, UNIT. Anyway, remember the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Until next time, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.